We're on. Morning, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great bank holiday with all the family or doing what you got to do. Get to work. That sucks, but don't let it be the end of your end of your life. Okay, just move on. Enjoying the rest of the week. So today, yesterday, I did a part one of planning for Christmas. Now, I know you might think, fuck me, Christmas is miles away, which it is. But why not start thinking about getting ready for it? Okay, and the 3-month plan will probably start next Monday. I coached my Brotherhood through this on Sunday night for about half an hour, and getting into the mindset of planning to be in an awesome place for the start of December is a great Christmas present, because you think December is full of staff parties, it's full of eating mince pies and drinking and being merry and having a good time, yeah. And then everyone was going, yeah, you know what, in January, I'm going to sort myself out. Of course you are, mate. All right, so what we're going to do is actually get in great shape beforehand. So I just want to help you kind of plan that. And yesterday we talked about your health goals, making 4 primary health goals, whether that's fat loss, weight loss, nutrition, whatever that might be, for the start of December, okay, in 3 months' time. Morning all. Morning, Greg. And today I'm going to talk about overcoming overwhelm. And making some goals that will not necessarily make work, will make work easier, but the routines around work, so that we can fit into place structure, so that you can achieve your other goals as well. Because the biggest restraint to you achieving your goals or being the best version of yourself is usually work, and it's usually the stress that work brings. So I'll tell you a quick story. I remember when I used to be in the Marines, and I used to be in training, and we used to go and do fieldcraft. And fieldcraft was something we obviously have to learn, because we have to look after ourselves if we're ever going in the field. If you think about the Falklands War, you know, those guys were living out there for fucking weeks and had to support and look after themselves. So we had to, in training, go and do field exercises, learn basic fieldcraft. And one of the things that we had to do, I'll never forget, is after just being fucking smashed all night from the training team, we'd have to do a kit muster. And a kit muster was basically making sure that, you know, we put all our kit out on display, nice and neat, basically at a certain time, we'd have a certain amount of time to do it. And we would have to get like our rifles cleaned, make sure there was no rust on there, make sure there was no fucking dirt on there, make sure our magazines were clean, weapon magazines, making sure our kit was clean, making sure that we had breakfast, fueled up, drink. Fucking honestly, it was like one of those fucking chaotic scenes. It's kind of like life, it's chaos. And sometimes we would have to walk almost a mile to get to the training team tent to then set up, and to set unrealistic tasks. But I remember I used to be fucking on the ball, and I remember doing these kit musters and looking around me, think, fucking hell, no one is going to get up there in time. And it was a great big flap, and you'd be standing there waiting for your fucking corporal to come up and check your kit. And if you didn't do it, you'd be on a flank, so you knew that you were going to get absolutely hammered down, fucking, you know, running up and down hills, thrown in the gorse, through the water, and you'd just be wet all day, and it would be a fucking pure, like, misery if you failed the kit muster. And I never forget, and I used to prioritise my kit muster. I used to make sure that weapon's the most important thing, and then me. So I used to clean my weapon, and then I used to make sure that I was fueled and eating, and then I'd, you know, work my way down a priority list and making sure what was the most important things in this kit muster. And that was always my goal. So my goal was always to think, right, I tell you what, if I would rather get bollocked for the fact that maybe one of my clothes weren't sealed up or waterproof properly, rather than my weapon being fucking picked up. So I used to, maybe we'd get about 20 minutes, okay, and out of that 20 minutes, I'd probably spend 10 on my rifle, and making sure that my rifle was absolutely, like, gleaming, glistening, and at the same time making sure that food was on. And I was cooking my food, and that used to be my main focus, because I think if you get picked up for a rifle, you're fucking gonna hurt. They're gonna murder you. So I think when it comes to relating that to us, or you guys, when it comes to work, it's like it's a bit chaotic like that. We're trying to achieve everything. Bam, bam. We wanna You know, we're trying to get the end product. We're trying to muster everything together. We're trying to get the final thing on display. We're trying to make sure, we're trying too much. Our to-do lists are too much. We're prioritising the wrong things. We're not prioritising the things that are most important first. Okay, and you'll probably go to work with, I've got 20 things to do. That's my to-do list. So when it comes to your goals, when you think about 3 months from time, improving your work environment, improving your work skills, schedules, time management, productivity, you know, think about setting some goals that are going to maybe improve the stress load that's going to be put on you. Think about improving your time management. Thinking about improving your planning. So something that I do and usually get guys to do who I work with in a business front is do a brain dump on a Sunday night of what they have to do just with work, and then prioritise that list. So the most important things will be your number one. They are the things that are they are the needs. They are the most important things that you have to get done this week. So if you're on your own business, or you're senior management, or you're just maybe a shift worker, or maybe you're just, you know, I don't know, like just a normal worker somewhere, you know, what do you have to do? For each different guy that watches this, it will be a different relevant thing. So prioritising your tasks for the week is most important. So you have your top 3 things that you want to achieve. You know, that's how I approach my week. What are my top 3 things, so that if I finish work ready for the weekend, will I have the top 3 things that I want to have completed? That would determine whether my week's been a success. So then I break down those 3 goals and I spread them out across the week. Okay, and I split that my time to making sure those jobs are done. I then have a secondary 3 tasks that if I manage to get those first 3 done, I'll back them up with that. And I think just having that focus and having that type of mindset and that approach allows you to plan your time better, because you can plan when you're going to start work, when you're going to finish work. Okay, you know exactly what you've got to achieve. When you're doing your golden hour in the morning, you can look at your diary and go, okay, yeah, I'm trying to achieve that. Bang, there's that. I'm going to do that job then. So that's a possible thing that you could focus on for a goal leading up to Christmas. You could focus on work-life balance. So what time are you going to be home? How are you going to make sure that you get home on time for tea with the kids? Put the kids to bed, if that's a feasible option. How can you be in a much better place in the morning? So learning to establish your morning routine, your golden hour, so that when you leave working the house in the morning, you go to work, you're feeling a lot more positive. What can you do on the way to work to make sure that you feel like you're in a positive frame of mind, so that the negative environments and negative fuckwits around you don't bring you back down? You know, you can listen to podcasts, to books. You know, there's lots of things that you can achieve here. I just want you to remember that work is the biggest killer of goals in general. You know, you trying to be the best version of yourself usually gets brought back down to earth with work stresses and work commitments. I talk a lot about control, and control is something that you can have a lot of if you are better planned, if you know what's coming, if you're planning ahead, if you can see things coming, and it's been very proactive. You know, I see watch a lot of videos saying, you know, don't work, change your job. Fucking hell, if we could all just get up and change our jobs, life would be much better. But we've all got to work, we've all got to earn. Right, so yeah, if work's a negative environment for you, then I'd always suggest that making sure that all your time spent away from work is really positive. And do you know what? If you can be in a much more positive mindset, then you can you can control your working environment much better, so that you get your job done and then you're off and you're out of there. Okay, you know, we spend most of our lives at work. We don't need to spend all those extra hours in the evening working. We don't need to be stressing out about it. You do have a life outside of work. You have families, you know, you have hobbies, you have friends. Okay, don't make life about work. Do your work, finish, walk out the door, and then find that transition period between leaving work and getting home, so that you can slowly wind down, whether that's a podcast, prepping your food in the kitchen, going for a run, going to the gym. Do whatever it takes. You know, that could be a goal for you. So come here, you. What's up? So the let's review this. Let's summarise this. So we've done health goals so far, and we've done work goals so far. So health being maybe a weight loss, maybe a running challenge, maybe you want to lose body fat, whatever that might be. So you then have to go about figuring out how you're going to do that. And obviously, there's only one place, and that's the Brotherhood. So sign yourselves up, because it is epic in there in a minute. And I fucking mean, like, it is on fire in there in a minute, the guys. The second thing is work goals. Finding structure, transitions from work, okay, to home, or home to work. Making a much more positive environment for yourself at work. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, bro. And making better decisions, planning better, prioritising your work, not working for the sake of working, taking a step back. Never forget the helicopter scenario. Looking down at your life thinking, fucking hell, do I need to be doing this now? No, I don't, you know, and making better decisions. So tomorrow, going to talk about either relationships or personal development. I might even do it tonight if we get time. And we're going to look at how you can improve your personal development and relationships. Remember, relationships not just being your partner and your kids, but friends, working environments, all of that type of stuff, and show you how to deal with them. All right, I hope you have a great day. Hope this has helped. Do me a favour, if you've managed to watch it to the end, let me know what you think down below in the comments. And even if you are listening to podcasts as well, please make sure you drop a review on the podcast. We're trying to get that bad boy up the charts, and I can only do that with your help. Thanks for listening. Catch you soon.